Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. Hope you are doing well, having a beautiful one out there as a plane soars overhead. The rain has just stopped, and today we are listening to the song Intervention from the band Arcade Fire. This is off of their album Neon Bible, released in 2007. This is their second studio album. We're listening to this track because it was suggested and sponsored by, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and I apologize if not, Knut. So Knut, thank you so much for the recommendation. I appreciate it, and of course for the support. Now, Arcade Fire, a band I've heard of, and actually this album is an album that I've seen when I was like in high school, I guess, and I used to go to Best Buy and buy random CDs just to buy them. I did always see this album cover because I remembered it, and it always looked really cool. I just never got around to buying it. And as far as I know, I have not heard anything from the band Arcade Fire. Like I said, I'm definitely familiar with the name of the band. It's not like I haven't heard of them or anything like that, but I've never actually listened to a song, at least that I know of, from the band. However, I do have their album Funeral. Just so I pulled it up really quick. I do have their album Funeral on my wish list of albums to get to and to listen to. Just obviously haven't gotten to it, but I have it there. So anyways. And this track was also suggested, I see, from Gaia Eternal 7 months ago. So thank you as well. But for now, let us go and dive into this track. I got to pull up the album here. Oh, there it is. I was about to say the album's not on Spotify, but I found it right here. Also, this is completely unrelated. Ever since I reached my mid-30s and so, I get really excited about, I guess, adult things. I got socks at Christmas, loved it. Things like that. Clothes, I love it. I bought a big old water bottle. Keeps my water cold and everything. I can't tell you how excited I am to have this. It's a small thing. I mean, it's a small thing. It's a 40-ounce bottle. It's bigger than my head. But like, it's a small thing, but for some reason, I just really, really like it. It's a little present to myself. I also bought a little shaker bottle for my smoothies, my healthy smoothies I'm trying to drink, and that's sort of okay. You're not here for all that. You're here for all this. So Intervention. Here we go. Big organ.
The king's taken back the throne. Let's see the sun. When they say they're cutting off the throne, I tell them you're not home.
I love that big organ with the guitar strumming along.
No place to hide. You were fighting as a soldier on their side. You're still a soldier in your mind, still nothing's on the line. Say it's money that we need, as if we're only mouths to feed. I know no matter what you say, there's some debts you'll never pay. Working for the church while your family dies.
Is that Mellotron?
You take what they give you and you keep it inside.
Sure sounds like it to me.
Every spark of friendship and love will die without a home. Hear the soldier groan, we're glad it alone.
There you go.
I can taste the fear.
I love that organ, really.
Lift me up and take me out of here. Don't wanna fight, don't wanna die, just wanna hear you cry. Who's gonna throw the very first stone?
I like how they created a splash musically.
Who's gonna reset the bone? Walking with your head in a sling, wanna hear the soldiers sing. Working for the church while my family dies. Your little baby sister's gonna lose her mind.
I love how the strings came out so naturally.
Every spark of friendship and love will die you up and take you out of
That's
here.
big.
And the bone shall never heal. I cannot if you kneel. We can't find you now, but they're gonna get their money back somehow. And when you finally disappear, we'll just say you were never here. Been working for the church while your
It's
life
coming in
falls
now.
apart. Been singing hallelujah with the
Like to switch back and forth.
Every spark of friendship and love will die without
Violins swinging.
Here the souls are grown quite alone. Here the souls are grown quite alone.
That's a big track. That's a track that starts subtly big because of that organ. The organ is just massive on its own. And I like how the band in the first half really allows the breath of that organ to just fill the air and to fill the musical space alongside with the singing. I really like how that's really the main focus. Yeah, there's some strumming of acoustic guitar happening at the same time, but it's that organ that's filling that space, filling that room and that studio and, you know, just this musical area. And I love that because to me, the organ is such a powerful musical instrument. Of course, to me, it has associations with the churches and cathedrals. And so there's, to me, like a maybe even subtle association with divinity and holiness there. And I love how that comes through in this track. The singing was nice. I don't quote me. Hold on, let me see if I can figure this out. I think it's going to be Win Butler. Who's singing this track, and I know because I'm looking at the lyrics and it tells me Win Butler. So Win Butler's singing this track, and he reminds me. Oh gosh, I always forget his name. Is it Colin? He reminds me not in vocals or how he sounds, but perhaps in delivery and a certain approach as the same singer from Decemberist, and I'm pretty sure his name is Colin, if I remember correctly. In the sense of singing almost like a folk-esque kind of way. Even if the musical backdrop is a little different from that, because this is not folk, this is nowhere near it. But the way he approaches his singing to me sounds like that. There's kind of a warm closeness that in the way that he's singing, there's an intimacy, I think, and a personality. He's personal in the way that he sings here. And even in the second half where he begins to kick up a little bit more vocally, he still keeps his delivery and the heart of that delivery beating the same path. And I think that that sounds really nice in the way that he's singing. Because even as the music becomes uproariously triumphant and climactic at the end and beautifully glorious, his vocals, while matching, never go into a crazier high range, which is nice in some cases, of course, but he kind of brings a more grounded take and touch to this, which, like I said, to me grabs a certain, not earthiness, but is grounded. And it's very relatable, I think is a great way of saying it. Now, as I'm looking at the personnel of the band, I can't tell you who's doing what because as I'm looking at it here, it doesn't tell me who's playing what except for here for the other personnel. However, I can say that the string arrangement was wonderful. I love how the violin came in a little bit near the end. I'm assuming, I don't know, but it sounded a lot like Mellotron that was being played as well in lieu of the organ, switching up from that. And I thought that was wonderful. I like the rhythmic changes that happened between the intro and as it went into the verse and eventually the chorus there. And I like how in the middle of this second verse, how when with the music kind of kicks up almost out of nowhere, like there's a spark in the middle of the verse, not in a transition to a chorus, not a transition to a break. It's in the middle of the verse that it just all of a sudden someone lights a firework and shoots it up into the sky. And that's where the music starts to kind of really come out and blossom a lot more. I like the drum pattern and how that kind of switched up as well. Like it was a nice, well put together and well composed piece of music with, at least according to the lyrics as far as I can tell, a lot of heart. I'm not sure what the lyrics are about just yet, but we're going to find out. The king's taken back the throne, the useless seed is sown. When they say they're cutting off the phone, I tell them you're not home. No place to hide. You were fighting as a soldier on their side. You're still a soldier in your mind. Though nothing's on the line, you say it's money that we need, as if we are our only mouths to feed. I know no matter what you say, there are some debts you'll never pay. This, I may not know exactly what's going on, but reading the lyrics reminds me of someone who, it reminds me of an absent father. Maybe not literally, but in the way that, the person is saying, I'm assuming, and this is how I read it from the point of view of the child, maybe now grown, like you were talking to their father. You were fighting as a soldier on their side. Maybe they have PTSD. You're still a soldier in your mind. You say it's money that we need. Like, I'm doing this for the money. Hey, maybe I'm not able to spend as much time with my children and family because I'm working or I'm off to war, whatever the situation may be. Or he is to provide. But at the same time, the child to me says there are some debts you'll never pay, which is the time that you spend with your children. Now, maybe I'm looking into it that way because, upcoming kind of soon. But maybe that's actually what the song's kind of reaching out to. I don't know. Working for the church while your family dies. You take what they give you and you keep it inside. Every spark of friendship and love will die without a home. Here the soldier groan will go at it alone. So I love this course. Working for the church while your family dies. Doing, in a sense, holy acts while, not taking care of your family. You take what they give you and you keep it inside. What does the church give you? When I think about it, and when I think about someone who is religious, the church will give them some sort of comfort, some sort of love, some sort of community. And then they say that they keep that inside. The Father isn't giving that back. They're not sharing that love, that safety, that feeling with comfort with the family, which is relating to, of course, the first verse there. And then it's a little bit of a not prophetic, that's not the word, a philosophical mention here. Every spark of friendship and love will die without a home. A spark will die unless there's something to light it or to keep it safe. Here the soldier we'll go at it alone. Like, in the end, the soldier, or in this case, the one who thinks that they're still fighting as a soldier, their father says, I'll just do it alone. I think. I can taste the fear, lift me up and take me out of here. Don't want to fight, don't want to die. I just want to hear you cry. Who's going to throw the very first stone? Who's going to reset the bone? Walking with your head in a sling, want to hear the soldier sing. And it repeats those lines. Like, there's a tension building in the family. And the question is asked, who's going to throw the very first stone? Who's going to start this conversation? It could be a conflict. It could end up being a conflict. Hence, who's going to start the conversation and who's going to do the fixing and the healing after this conversation? I can taste your fear. It's going to lift you up and take you out of here. And the bones shall never heal. I care not if you kneel. We can't find you now, but they're going to get their money back somehow. And when you finally disappear, we'll just say you were never here. So maybe he was gambling. And hence the debtors or the people that are coming back to collect are going to come to the family to collect. And they'll just say you were never here, which I'm assuming is their father. And it's kind of sad, right? Can I tell you, this also reminds me a little bit of Decemberist with the Mariner's Tale, just in the whole, that I guess father to an extent came, gambled and left, and then they were gone. Hence all the stuff that follows afterwards in that tale. And the lines just repeat again. Been working for the church while your life falls apart. Been singing hallelujah with the fear in your heart. Every spark of friendship will die without a home. So there's nothing, I don't know about that. It is the third single released from the band's album, of course. Let's see. They performed it on Saturday Night Live. The song is listed at 271 on Pitchfork Media's top 500 songs of the 2000s. Is there any information about this track in the Wikipedia article? Let's just do a little bit of here. Okay, it was released there. Promotion. It's featured as the opening theme for the satirical live stream programs Jesus Chatline and Buddhism Hotline. Nothing about it, huh? Nothing about the lyrics or the meaning of it. I wonder if we could find that out. What is the meaning of Arcade's Fire intervention? I'm putting it into Google, and I totally messed that up. I totally messed that up. Okay. If we look at Where you guys? There you go. This is just people on Reddit questioning it. I think the song calls patriotism into question. It describes patriotism as religion and ponders how patriotism connects to war. It's about how our leaders can manipulate us with fear and how joining the military is sometimes the only option for people. Doing this is a huge sacrifice for oneself and their family. In general, it is a contemplation of war and who are the ones really fighting it. Also, as a side note, before this song was played at Panorama, Wynn said that when Regine's father wanted to leave Haiti to escape the U.S.-supported Duvalier dictatorship, he had to fight with the U.S. in Vietnam to gain citizenship. And that despite talk of patriotism, we have to stick together as people. Brilliant song from a brilliant band. Allegorical use of soldiers and church clergy. I believe the overarching theme is to say that those in power, those making the decisions, act like they know what the rest of us, the common people, as Pope would say, need in order to justify their ventures. I could definitely see all of that. I can definitely see all of that, and it makes sense to me. I didn't check to see if Neon Bible was a concept album. At least initially, I'm not seeing anything here. And I don't see anything that stands out to me that it was. Not that I see. Not that I see immediately. Either way, that was a cool track, though. I appreciate the recommendation. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, but thank you so much for the suggestion, of course, for the support. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. You can, of course, follow me in a bunch of places. Thank you for being here. Please come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all then. Bye.